Hey, this is Shan for Different Skill, and this is, I guess, part 2, although I didn't say the first one was part 1, but of the Chan's English meta-analysis. This video could be cut off at any point because my phone is really terrible on the memory, because I have like a bajillion apps on it, because I need to do something at work. Anywho, so without further ado, the last episode, or last part, was me talking about the matchups for the end against Majesty. Now, if you are wondering, what if I'm playing Majesty and I want to know about the end matchup, well, you can kind of just take what I said and put it in reverse. So make sure you're not doing what they're doing. So, anyways, this time I'm going to talk about Aqua Force. I know Aqua Force is a problem. You kind of have an edge over Aqua Force because you don't mind attacking their rear guards, especially if you plan on playing Tejas, although I would not suggest it. I would suggest just playing Berserk Dragon, because Berserk Dragon hits Basil just fine. And Diamantis, not a lot of people like to play Diamantis, although it's personally my favorite. So it hits that, but if you really want, you can play Tejas, although it's kind of more consistent killed by Berserk Dragon, because Berserk Dragon is an absolute kill ability. But if you really want, you can just like kill his rear guards. So the main idea is that for against Aqua Force, you don't even need to cross ride. I wouldn't cross ride against Aqua Force because none of their attacks actually get over 11 anyways. The only thing that gets over 11 is like Diamantis, and like sure, my 13k makes his one attack worse, but you're investing a whole other turn. You ride the end early in that matchup because you can attack your opponent. If they're at 3 damage, you attack your opponent's Maelstrom, and you'd be like, you want to not block? They're like, no. Or if they do, that's fine, and then you can just like trigger the Persona Blast if you have it. If you don't, it's kind of but you know, just saying. So you just go swing in, and then, you know, if you let it hit and you Persona Blast, it doesn't matter that you have to guard his Maelstrom every turn thereafter, because you kind of got your advantage off the Persona Blast already. So you generally don't want to put them to 4 until they are forced to take it, because Aqua Force doesn't really have advantage engines in the sense of like pure draw or pure like just kill your card. So you really need to just stress that. So if they play a Basil, kill it. If they play like, basically it's Basil and Diamantis that really do most of the work. Attacking early also helps for them, but mainly killing Basil Diamantis is really important. So you ride the end. Like, I'm not even kidding, guys. Like, you might think, oh, I want to cross ride, but from what I've played in my previous meta, really just ride the end early. Even if you have this in your hand, it's amazing in the rear guard because they can't try to poke it out because it's 11k. What are they gonna do to it? There's barely any 11ks in Aqua Force that are like good rear guards. It'll be like Maelstrom. They'll be your 11k, and that shitty grade 2 that it's 11 on 3rd and more attack. It's not terrible, but people don't play it much because it's 8k. It's kind of a liability, as they would call it. So one thing about that I didn't mention before is that you should always play 1 Aramo in your deck, as I do, because if you need it, you can always search for it. Now, Aramo is really, really good. I know every deck has Aramo now, but the reason why Aramo is so good in Kagero is because you start with it every game. You go Conroe into Aramo. In my Dauntless deck, I go Aramo every game, every single game, because it helps you filter your hand, it helps you get to the cards you need. And most importantly, you might say, but if I put Bar behind it, I'm hitting 21. Now think of how many Vanguards care at this point. You have the End Mirror where it doesn't care. You have Majesty matchup where if they get it off, they don't care. And now you just have a Bar here. If you have an Aramo there, you can filter your hand early, and later it hits, like if you don't cross ride. Worst case scenario, if you don't cross ride and you have Aramo, you're hitting 17. And then if they cross ride, they have 18. And they have 13. Then in that situation, you should like play over it. But realistically, if you're using Aramo every turn, you can dig for your cross ride pretty easily. Like, I'm just saying. Aramo is just amazing. It's such a good card. you could say you can justify that you want your 21, like if you're crossfire it like this. But realistically, if you're playing a matchup where it doesn't matter, like against Aquaforce, well, kind of matters against Aquaforce. You can hit 21 against their 11 Maelstrom, but that's like you're the end. If they hit, you're already screwed. You can just attack their rear guard if you really do care, if you're hitting magic numbers or not. So you can always run 1 because 1 is great. Like you need it, you search it. Don't need it, let it sit in the deck. If you really want to use bar, let it. You have the option because Conroe is amazing. Yeah. Anyways, Conroe is amazing. So always run 1. It's always good. Against the end matchup, you always put it. You always search it. Against Majesty matchup, you can search it like 90% of the time, because especially if you go second, search it 100% of the time. If you're going second, just search it. They're going to get it. Like it's almost guaranteed that they get it if you're going second. And what else for Aquaforce? Problem cards, Basil, problem card. Dorothea, they always put Dorothea behind the Vanguard because they want to hit 26. Just kill it. Very simple. Conroe, Kimnara, kill it. Berserk Dragon, kill it. Kimnara, anything, kill it. So get rid of Dorothea's. It's a problem card. Benedict, Basil and Diamantis, kill them. They're problems. So that matchup is fairly simple. There's not much to talk about there. So I'm going to end this here in case it gets cut off. I will be doing the end mirror soon after. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.